Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Here is going to be my memory back planning for the month of August. Stay tuned. All right, so I had laid down the base, and if I have not mentioned this is a monthly kit from Pinkomono Papers on Etsy. She's one of the fellow planner girls that I met in my city, and this is my second month actually using her monthly kit. So as you see, I've used a good amount of washi. I think I've been liking doing the washi like this, and it's been kind of fun. Plus I'm using my stash. I don't normally use my stash, so whatever. Okay, so on to Saturday, as I'd already passed it. Saturday was a bridal shower for one of my friends that is getting married this year, and it was so nice. We got a chance to really catch up because we haven't seen each other for the time with all the stuff that's going on. And then on Sunday, that was one of my best friend's birthdays. So I think that wine bottle is from this sampler that I got from, I believe it was Scribble Prince Co. So yeah, I just put that and layered it over a flag and put down for my girl's birthday. So then for that first Monday of the month, I used some washi and then layered over top of it one of the Peyton nurse stickers from Goldmine Coco to document down that I had to work on the COVID unit this day, which actually was not bad because the way the floor has been, it was like a nice break. And if I remember correctly, this was the week that I was working 3 in a row, and I was dreading working 3 in a row. And then when I found that I had to go to the COVID unit, I said, okay, well, at least I get to break up the craziness that I have to deal with. And my assignment, down on the COVID unit wasn't bad. I only had 2 patients, and they limit how many times that you can go into the patient's room per person per shift. So, it's pretty it's pretty well thought out in my opinion. For the 4th, I actually ended up having to call out of work because it was raining in my house. Yeah. That's why all this talk of buying the house now, yeah, that's pretty much where that came, because after that whole scenario, it's just okay, we need to go ahead and just settle stuff out because it's just time. I mean, we was hoping not now, considering we're trying to, plan a wedding, but it is what it is at this point. For the 5th, I did put down one of those little scallop corners from Cozy Paper Co. And then the don't forget is from the kit itself. And I just marked down that it was my uncle's birthday. He an old head. He's a whole old head. But yeah, love him to death. The 6th, I really didn't do anything. So I just want to do a little washi layering. I think the bottom one is from Simply Gilded. I cannot remember with the gold, but the one with the girl is one of Minnie Rose Co's recent releases. Her washi is all up and down in this kit. The Planner Girl washi is from her. That girl is from her. You'll see another girl. She's from her. She's all up in this. All up in this spread. Yep, see, there you go. And I really like the way that her look is. And when my hair was still longer, my hair looked like that a lot. So I really, really like that. And then after this, the 7th and 8th were really 2 good days. So the 7th was the day I decided to ask my bride tribe, as I like to call them, to be my bridesmaids. Now, granted, Most of them already knew that I was going to ask them, and I just still wanted to do something like special for them. So I bought this little box that like pops out, and it's like, it's my turn to ask the question. If I can get it where I can like blur out their name, I'll put one of them on the screen so you guys can see it. It was so freaking cute. But I first asked his sister because later on that day I was having girls' nights with my sister since she had just came into town, and my little cousin and my best friend. So I wanted to go ahead and get everybody done, and it made her day. And of course she cried and I cried, and I'm just like, sis, I know I cannot look at you to give me that, girl, you got this, stretch your stuff, because she gonna be boo-hooing the whole dang time. I already know she's gonna be boo-hooing the whole dang time. I'm just like, but I was glad because I made her day. She was like, she's been really going through some stuff. So the little pick me up, it's just some quality time that her and I was able to spend with one another. And then me asking her, like, officially, she was really happy. And she cried, like I said. And I'm just glad that, everybody is willing to, stand up with me as, my bride tribe for my big day. And I'm glad to know that, they support me. Well, no, because, people, I've never doubted them, but people will always say, oh, they're so happy for you, da 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 da. But I feel like you standing up with them on your big day like that, I think really shows what kind of support and love that they have for you and your relationship. And you would never want someone who's not like that caring and that supportive of you. Sorry, they are cutting grass, so you may hear the lawn mower weed whacker that's going on back there. It's a whole mess. But yeah, so I did that on the 7th, and then on the 8th, we had a graduation cookout since my sister came back to town. Everybody that graduated in my family that, of course, couldn't do anything normally that you would for a graduation. We kind of just put like a, socially distanced type graduation cookout with all of the um, everyone that graduated. And we had like 5 graduates. We had somebody from kindergarten, we had 2 from high school, and we had 2 that had just gotten their associate's degree. So we had a good amount of people. The 9th, 10th, and 11th was really just like hanging out, relaxing, chilling. I took like vacation week that week since my sister was here. So I didn't really do much. And then she wanted to also, play catch up with like her friends and also some of her boyfriend's family that still lives where we're from. And, that was cool because I I get my time and I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish at all. But yeah, so I just put down that washi. That other girl washi is also from Mini Rose Co. I really, really love it. I believe this one is supposed to be imitating Mini Rose or either KP, which is like one of her like good friends as well. Now for Wednesday, we were talking about going to Atlantic City that day, but I said on a whim, I said, guys, y'all want to go dress shopping to my mom and sister since, my sister was here? And it was like, oh, yeah. So that was my first time going dress shopping. And it was so funny. I was so excited. Like the whole time, like getting dressed, I'm like so nervous. I kept changing the dress that I was wearing because it didn't look right one way. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just taking so long. And then it was raining on our way up there. And I'm just like, okay, okay. And I was just like so nervous. I hadn't fully like picked out my hair. And oh my gosh, it was just, it was funny. But I thoroughly enjoyed dress shopping that day. I ended up liking this one particular dress that was probably like the contender. And afterwards, talking with the consultant that I had, she showed us over to where all of the bridesmaid stuff was. And, she kind of explained, like, if I buy my dress from them, this is some of the things, discounts and stuff that I would get. And kind of really gave me like some other ideas, really, when it came to looking around for like dresses and bridesmaids dresses and stuff like that. But I felt like that day I didn't, I guess, get that feeling. And I was kind of like, okay, well, Joy, you can't think that you're going to be like crying or whatever, because not everybody has that reaction when they find their dress. So I just said, okay, well, look, this is the dress that I like. I am going to keep looking. And the lady, she gave me her card. She gave me the designer of the dress that I liked, because unfortunately that location, that bridal shop, did not allow for us to like take pictures or anything, which kind of sucked. But I did go online like after looking at the designer and kind of like found the dress again, and like I verified it with my mom and sister, because they both were obsessed with the details that I was obsessed with. So we were like, oh, yeah, that's the one. So I at least had that picture with me, so I knew, okay, that is the dress to beat. Okay. And I even put on like a whole veil and I walked around it. It was a nice experience. The store wasn't like really crowded. Everybody had on the mask, and it was beautiful. I did try on this ball gown. My sister was like, "Oh, can you try this on?" And it was a beautiful gown. Like the pretty sparkle underlay of it was so beautiful. But it was a ball gown, honey child. It like sucked me up. The best part about it was my waistline looked amazing in it. I could tell you that. But enough about that. So then on the 13th, me and my sister really like had our um, day together, and then she ended up staying at my house overnight, and I took her to the airport the next day, which kind of sucked. And then that weekend, I did go back to work, so I just kind of marked it off with this washi that you see here, because I mean it was work. And I felt like this whole spread, I really felt more like happy and love. And even though nursing does still give me joy, the month of August was rough. So to not use all of my nursing Peytons on the monthly spread is cool. Plus, if it wasn't nothing significant, I'm pretty much not going to mark it. So then on the 17th, I had my neurology follow-up appointment. I'll be using actually a half box that has the gold lining around it from Cozy Paper Co. If you guys are interested in her shop, she does like have a Dollar Wednesday deal that she normally does, which is when I bought my like first order. And I actually used her monthly kit back in June, and I'll link that video up above so you guys can see it. But um, her stuff is pretty neat, but she is like based out of, is it like South America, I believe it is. So it did take a little bit of time, but I did get a lot of stuff when I initially ordered, because I knew it was going to take a long time. And then for the 18th marked 1 year since his dad had passed away. So I was just I wanted to mark it. It's based off of stuff that I had. It was kind of like hard to really mark it and not make it look too feminine, even though this spread is very feminine. But I think from what I put down, I think that was pretty it was pretty self-explanatory. Let me take a quick drink. I'm so thirsty. Okay, I'm back. I realized my voice was getting so raspy. Why didn't you guys tell me? I'm sorry. Yeah, Joya, we're gonna tell you because you're not doing that voiceover on a pre-recorded video. Right. Okay. So Sunday the 23rd, I was actually on my way from work, but Krista Maximizer here on YouTube and Instagram had sent me a message because I was telling, I did one of my first like couponing deals and had tagged her because I've been learning stuff from her. And she asked me if I wanted to do hot seat coaching, which pretty much she brought me onto her live on that Sunday to kind of like go over one of my like burning questions when it comes to couponing. So I believe that video is actually still up. If I remember to, I may link it for you guys. If you're interested. But I've been really learning a lot, and she emphasizes getting what you need versus like trying to ball out with all the damn coupons and buying all the unnecessarily things. So, you know. And then I took a nail bottle, which is in gold, and I believe that one is from Planning City, and I just marked down that I had a nail appointment on that Monday, and I had to get my toes done, and I got a manicure too with paint, but I ended up taking it off like later on in the week, and I'll let you know why a little later. Um, that 25th, I actually had to go get an oil change and brakes because my sister was coming back in town so we can go to another bridal shop that weekend. And I wasn't sure if we were going to take my car or if we were going to take my mom's. So I just got it done just in case I really didn't want to because that was a lot of money. I had to get rotors. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm like, oh my God, how much is this? But nonetheless, the 26th, I ended up just putting one of them little scallop things from Cozy Paper Co. again. And I just put down the sticker for him and I, cause we really just chilled that day. The 27th actually marked 2 months since we've been engaged. I ended up putting something over that later on. I'll post a picture up on Instagram. So make sure you guys are following me so you guys can see all of the pictures and the close-ups and stuff. And then the 28th, my sister and I, we went and got like our hair done, and then went to her friend who does lashes and brows in our area. And it was a long night, but let me tell you, we got some seafood. That seafood was bomb. So 29th, I put down another one of those full boxes with the gold outline for something that I will be sharing in a little bit. And then Sunday, we ended up going to Atlantic City and just kind of chilled out, like her, my mom, and I just kind of all chilled out. Now here, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm going to show you momentarily, but I said yes to a dress on the 29th. Oh my God, I have my wedding dress and I love it. She's so beautiful. Oh, that whole experience was just so bomb. And if you take a look at my Instagram, you will see where I got my dress from. Here's a nice little wiggle of all of the up close and personal of the pages. And I thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.